Hello, hello, hello.
All right. So thank you so much for meeting with me today. Just going to ask you a little bit about yourself and then I'll tell you a little bit about me. Could you just tell me a little bit about who you are?
I'm Coach. Well, he call me Erica. He call me E or call me Erica. I'm actually a single mom, I got two kids. I actually do hair. I've been doing hair for like the last 15, 20 years. I like it. It's cool. I make great money, but my feet be hurt, my back be hurting sometimes. But I like it though. I like it.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And I hear that you say you like doing hair. You've been doing it for 15 years now. Is that something that you could see yourself like standing on your feet, working until the day that you die?
Absolutely not. My back wouldn't have it.
No, right now, do you feel like you have some goals and dreams that you want to accomplish that you might not be able to obtain right now?
I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I mean, one of the things, I always thought I would be able to just have more time freedom. Like I love the money that I make, but I don't have no time. I'm always in here. I love talking with the ladies and all that, but I just don't have time to do anything else.
Okay, and it's funny that you say that because I know that you're already successful, but I'm actually looking to partner with people like you. People who don't necessarily have the time, they're busy, but they do want to make extra income. So do you keep your options open when it comes to making extra income?
Absolutely. And especially if it's going to take me off my feet.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about who I am, what I do, how I help families. Because just like yourself, I was somebody who, was successful in my previous career, didn't have a lot of time, single mom of two. But I just thought that I would start doing this part-time just to make a little extra income. But I actually started making more money here in less time than what I was already doing with a master's degree in psychology. So like I said, I'm just going to take you through, who we are as a company, how we help families, and then just showing you our compensation plan because I definitely know that it can help you reach your goals and dreams a whole lot faster. Okay. So the name of the company that I partner with is Primerica Financial Services. Have you heard of us before?
Mm, I think I have, but I don't really know what y'all do. I think I just heard the name before, but I don't
Right, you
really.
probably seen it in passing. So what we do is we bring Wall Street to Main Street. So the same financial concepts that the wealthy are privy to, we bring that to our middle market Americans so that they too can receive the same financial education in order to become financially independent. So just to tell you a little bit about our company, we are the largest independent financial services marketing company in North America with over 130,000 licensed representatives. Just to give you some perspective on that, that is larger than State Farm and Allstate combined. We've been in business since 1977 for over 47 years, and we're a publicly traded company listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Are you familiar with stocks at all?
A little bit, yeah, like Apple,
Right. The
Robinhood.
average person, right? You see a little tidbit here and there, podcast, social media, but that's okay. You don't really have to know a lot. The only reason I bring that up is because we are a publicly traded company. We're currently trading at $250 per share. That is higher than Starbucks, Nike, Disney, and even the Apple company. Okay. And Erica, the stock price tells you the value people see in a company. So we have approximately 5.7 million lives insured and more than 2.8 million investment clients. So more than 8 million people trust us in the area of personal finance. Our mission is to help families earn more income, become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent, okay? Now, what we have found, especially during these post-pandemic times, is that most American families have five main financial concerns. The first one is debt. They have more going out than they have coming in, and they want to get a handle on it. Two, retirement. They don't feel like they aren't getting any younger, and they want to start putting some money aside so that they can retire with dignity. Three, college savings, putting something aside for their young children, whether that's for college or even just to have a head start later in life. Number four, people are understanding the importance of having life insurance outside of work to replace the potential loss of income for the family. And then lastly, more income. Most people feel like an extra $500 to $3,000 a month part-time or even a possible career change will really make a big difference for them. So Erica, at this stage of your life, which of these financial concerns would you say are most important to you?
I'm going to say 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Absolutely. Listen, you sound just like me when I saw this presentation, and honestly, a lot of the people that I sit down with, because unfortunately, we haven't been taught this education in school. So these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about today, okay?
Okay.
Now, what we are is a financial supermarket. We are like the Amazon of financial services. We partner with all of these companies, the best companies in the world, to help our clients get from where they are today to true financial independence. Now, which of these companies are you familiar with on the screen?
I've seen Lincoln before, Rocket, Fidelity, Voya, I've seen that before, and AIG. Yep, I've seen those. I've seen those.
Okay, so we partner with companies like Lincoln, AIG to help our clients with annuities and other retirement strategies because no one wants to retire broke and no one wants to have to work until the day that they die. We also partner with companies like Franklin Templeton and Fidelity to help our clients with mutual funds and other investment accounts. Because unfortunately, you cannot save your way to wealth, nor can you put the money under the mattress and think that it's going to double, quadruple, or multiply in any way. And we're even in the mortgage space through the number one lenders in the world, which is Quicken Loans. Through Rocket Mortgage, we're able to help our clients either get a new mortgage or help them refinance their current mortgage. And the product that we manufacture ourselves, which we're going to talk about in just 1 second, is our life insurance product. Now, the next concept that I'm going to teach you about, Erica, is the most important rule that you will ever learn about as it relates to your money. It is called the rule of 72. Have you ever heard of this before?
No.
Okay, and you're not alone. Before starting with this company, I hadn't heard about it either. But the rule of 72 is a simple calculation that gives you the approximate number of years it would take for your money to double based on a given interest rate. Now, do you know how much they're currently giving us on our checking and savings accounts?
I have no idea, but I do know at the end of my statement, it always say you earn 33%, 33 cent, or it
Yep.
might say 34 cents, something crazy. I don't know what that is, but I feel disrespected. That's what I'm gonna say.
And you took the words out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say they send us those text messages or those statements talking about here go 42 cents. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? Okay. But on average, we're getting literally less than 1% rate of return on our money in a savings and checking account. But let's just say they were giving us 1%. The rule of 72 says you take 72 divided by 1, and that's going to give you 72 years. That means that it would take your money 72 years to double inside of a bank account. How many 72-year periods do we all have, Erica?
I got one. I don't know how many. I
One.
got one.
And for some people, they don't even have that. Okay, so I'm going to show you this chart. Let's just say you had $10,000 that you wanted to make work for you. You take it to the bank and you put it in a CD. Most CDs average about 2 to 3%. Remember, the rule of 72 says 72 divided by the interest rate, which is 3, and that gives you 24. That means that it would take this $10,000 24 years to double. It would grow to $20,000. And then in 48 years, it would grow to $40,000. Can anybody retire on $40,000?
No.
Absolutely not. And let's just say you found somebody to give you 6%. 72 divided by 6 is 12. So now, yep, your money is growing a little faster. And in 48 years, that money will grow to 160,000. Now, at face value, that might seem like a lot of money, but the average person makes $40,000 a year. So that's why we see a lot of elderly going back to work because they run out of money. So what I do is I teach families how to invest in what's called a Roth IRA mutual fund account, where the average rate of return is about 9 to 12%. Based on the rule of 72, A one-time contribution of $10,000 is going to double 6 more times at 12% than at 3%. So this same $10,000 in this same 48 years, that money will grow to $2.5 million. Can anybody retire on that?
Yes, I can.
Absolutely. Not only would you be able to retire, but now you would actually have some money to leave over for legacy. And isn't that what it's all about, Erica?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in our communities, it's not that we don't get the money, it's just that we don't know what to do with the money so that it can be working for us. Because I'm sure you know somebody that has gotten a settlement over the years, and before we look up, that money is going. Let's just say you got $50,000 and you say, you know what, I want to save it for the next 40 years. If you saved it in your bank at 0.5%, it will grow to a measly $61,000. But if you saved it in that Roth IRA at 9%, it would grow to $1.8 million. The same money, the same time frame, but the rate of return is going to determine how fast and how much your money grows. So based on your current savings, would you say that you're drawing minimal or maximum returns?
I'm going to say minimum returns.
Minimum, right?
Minimum.
But if we were able to put a plan in place that would allow you to move from getting minimal to maximum returns so that you can actually retire with dignity and pass on some generational wealth, is that something that would interest you?
Yes, it would.
Absolutely. So we're going to come back to this conversation. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, Erica, I'm going to educate you about the different types of life insurance. Now, do you currently have independent life insurance outside of work that you own?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and what company are you with?
I have State Farm.
State Farm. Okay, and how much coverage do you have?
I have $50,000 in coverage, and I think my kids are covered. No, it's $100 a month, but I don't think my kids are on it. No, I don't think.
Okay, all right. So you have a whole life policy, State Farm, $50,000 of coverage. You're paying $100 a month, and your kids are not covered under your plan, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to educate you about the different types of life insurance. The first type of life insurance is what's called cash value life insurance. That includes your whole life, universal life, flexible premium adjustable life, and variable life. With these programs, the life insurance and the savings is bundled together. Just to show you how this works, we're going to take John and Mary. They're a couple in their 30s. They each have $150,000 worth of coverage on them, nothing on their children. We would say that they're automatically set up incorrectly because, unfortunately, does accidents happen to kids?
Yes, they do.
And does the average person have $10,000 to $15,000 just lying around in a case of an emergency?
No.
No.
I don't.
Now, they're going to be severely overpaying at $285 per month. A portion of this is going to go towards the life insurance, and the other portion is going to go towards what's called the cash value savings account, which they can one day borrow against. Now, of this $285, how much do you think is actually going into the cash value savings account each month? Half, less than half, or more than half?
I would hope it's at least half.
Right, we will hope so, but unfortunately, it's actually going to be less than half. For easy math's sake, let's just say $50 was going into this cash value savings account each month. That means that after the first month, should be $50 in there. After the second month, it should be $100 in here. And if we were to fast forward 2 years, just doing easy basic math, there should be $1,200 inside of that cash value savings account. But now, after the 2 years, Erica, how much of that $1,200 do you think is actually going to be inside that savings account?
How much of it is not 1,200?
Right, I'm with you. If I put in 12, I should get 12. But unfortunately, after the 2 years, there's going to be a zero balance.
Where the
And
money
here's
go?
why. Because for the first 2 to 4, I've even seen up to 6 years, there is no money accumulating in these programs because these companies use that money to pay their overhead and to pay their employees. Now, to give you a real life illustration of that, let's just say you were saving $50 in your bank or your credit union. After 2 years, there should be $1,200 in that account. How would you feel if you went to go withdraw that money and they told you that you had a zero balance?
Okay, listen, we ready to flip that whole bank over.
Flip it
Okay,
over. It had
flip it
you
over.
speechless, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's how
Yeah.
John and Mary should feel inside of this program. But they don't know any better. So they stay in the program. After 5 whole years, there's only going to be about $1,000 inside of that cash value savings account. Not a lot of money. And the company says if you have an emergency, you can borrow that money, but you're going to have to pay it back at 5 to 8% interest. Does that make any sense that you should ever have to pay to borrow your own money?
No.
No, absolutely not. And guess what, Erica? In these contracts, it says that from the date of your written request, it can take the company up to 6 months to send you your money.
6 months?
Right. 6 months. Nobody knows about an emergency 6 months in advance. So they say, you know what? We'll borrow the money from family and friends. Time goes on. They continue to do the right thing. At age 65, they're going to have $124,000 inside of that cash value savings account. Not enough to completely retire on. Didn't we just learn that from the rule of 72?
Right.
Okay, so they say, you know what? We're going to take that money. We're going to go on a world-renowned all-inclusive cruise. They contact the company for this $124,000. The company says that there is a way for you to get all of this, but they're going to hand you what's called a cash surrender form. And upon signing that, it is going to cancel out the life insurance. John and Mary are like, well, wait a second, we still need our life insurance. So they say, you know what? Just forget about the $124,000. They're so furious, distracted, and distraught. On the way home, they get into a fatal car accident and they both die. Their children are their beneficiaries. They're grown children now at that point. Who do you think should get this $300,000 inside of their death benefit?
The children.
And who do you think should get this $124,000 inside of their cash value savings account?
I think the children should too.
I'm with you. The children should get it, no questions asked. But unfortunately, in these types of programs, the company is only going to pay out this $300,000, and they're going to keep this $124,000 because they say that this is already a part of the death benefit. What? So for all of those years, they were paying for 2 products, but they only ever get to take advantage of one. So that's why I go out and educate families, because a portion of us have no life insurance, leaving our families susceptible to the GoFundMe's, fish fries, pass around plates. The other portion only have life insurance at work, not realizing that these are just certificates, a part of a group policy that your employer owns and controls. Okay, if you get fired, retired, or quit, these policies do not go with you. And there is so much red tape around these policies that there's something called an active at work clause. You would literally have to die on the job in order for these policies to pay out. And the last group of people, the people that actually do have life insurance, 7 out of the 10 of those people have these types of programs because this is what they peddle in our communities.
So this is what I'm paying for.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. So this is actually what you have. So knowing what you know now, is this something that you will willingly, knowingly pay for, where you're paying for 2 things, but you only ever get to take advantage of one?
No.
No, absolutely not. So what I do is I teach families how to buy, term, and invest the difference. We're going to take the same $285 that they were paying on the left, but now we're going to put it to use on the right. We're going to set John and Mary up with the 35-year level term, which means that the price does not change. $400,000 worth of coverage on each of them, $10,000 on their children. But now they're going to only pay $126 per month. We're giving them almost triple the coverage. They were able to insure their children, and we're giving them a monthly savings of $159 per month. Now, with that $159 that we're saving them, do you think that they should spend that money, or should they save and invest it?
Save and invest it.
Absolutely. But remember, from the rule of 72, we're not going to take it to the bank. We're not putting it under the mattress. We're going to help them invest in that Roth IRA mutual fund account where the average rate of return is about 9 to 12%. So now at age 65, that money will have grown to $471,252. Now, let's just say the same scenarios happen. Their hot water heater broke. They needed $500. All they would have to do is contact my company. We would send them the money from their mutual fund in 2 to 3 business days. They wouldn't have to borrow it and they wouldn't have to pay it back. Why? Because it's their money. If they got into that same fatal car accident, we would pay out this $800,000 and this $471,000, giving their children and family access to about $1.2 million. Wow. So we believe in life insurance and we believe in saving and investing, but we just know that they should be in 2 separate buckets, because life insurance is for dying, savings and investments are for living, and you can't live and die at the same time. So after being properly educated, Erica, which program would you want for your family? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the right.
No questions asked. Okay, so that's why I'm so glad that you chose to spend just about 20 minutes with me today, because if I wouldn't have sat down with you today, do you think that you've ever been exposed to this information?
No.
No. And then how many of your family and friends do you think know about this information?
Probably none of them, because they got the same stuff I got.
Exactly, right? So at the end of this, I'm going to ask you for some referrals of people who you feel like could benefit from the information that I share with you. But that can either go one or two ways, Erica. You can give me the names and numbers. I go sit in front of them and I make the extra income, right? Or it could go the other way. In the beginning, I told you about an excellent part-time income opportunity. And I just want to take about 30 seconds to explain that to you. Our company sponsors you for 7 financial licenses, okay? State and federal licenses that belong to you. With those licenses, not only can you make some extra money that's great for people looking to fill in the gaps, but I heard you say that you do not want to retire on your feet. You want to make money in your sleep and not in your feet. And guess what? We have the most people in all of American business who make the most 6 and 7 figures earners in all of American business. Wow. So what that looks like is you come on board. Our company sponsors you for the licenses. The only thing you have to cover is your online course and your background check. A one-time investment of $99, which gets sent direct to the state. You're a cosmetologist. You already know how the licensing game work, right? And then you're a hairstylist. You used to having to buy the shampoo, the conditioner, paying the rent, or whatever, however that goes. We have no overhead here. The only thing you are responsible for is $25 per month for your technology package. So a one-time investment of $124 can put you in a position where you can make an extra $2,000 to $3,000 just starting off while you're still doing your clientele, but it can also retire you from that chair. And if you give me 12 months to 18 months, I can show you how you could be a 6-figure earner, but instead of doing it on your feet, we can have you in the seat. So is there any reason why you wouldn't want to move forward with getting licensed with us if that can be your reality in the next 12 to 18 months?
Show me where I sign up at. Like, show me how to do it.
Okay, so we're going to take care of that for you. All right. So now we're going to put your independent business application in. We're going to get you on the team, and I'm going to show you how you're actually going to get credit and a bonus from you switching over your life insurance program today. So right now, I'm going to put together a financial game plan that's going to allow us to protect you with the right type of life insurance. Okay. Now, Erica, how old did you say that you were?
32.
32. Okay, Miss Ma'am. And do you use tobacco or nicotine at all?
Oh, absolutely not.
No. Okay. And how about any pre-existing health conditions, diabetes, high blood pressure, multiple sclerosis, sleep apnea?
No, none of the above.
Okay. And are you currently prescribed any medications, even if you're not taking it?
Sometimes I have like a inhaler, for asthma.
Okay, so you do have asthma? Okay, now is it activity induced, or is this something that you've been hospitalized for in the last year?
No, it's as needed. Like it might act up like if I get a cold or something like that, but nothing severe, no.
Okay, got you. So it's pretty much it's not something that's a daily concern. Okay, now what I'm going to do while I'm putting this financial game plan together, I'm just going to talk to you about our amazing benefits. The first one is the increased benefit rider. All right, this is an optional benefit. What it does is it offsets inflation. Okay, so let's just say a person had $100,000 worth of coverage today. Every year, we're going to give them 10% more coverage to offset inflation, because we know that $100,000 today will not be $100,000 in 10 years. So let's just say you had $100,000 worth of coverage. After year one, it would increase to 110,000, year two, 120,000, and then it would double at year 10 to 200,000. The next one is the terminal illness benefit. Okay. God forbid you became terminally ill. We would send you up to 70% of the face amount while you're still living to go get the best care, go shopping, go on vacation, whatever you want to do. The next benefit is the waiver of premium benefit. If you became disabled, okay, after 6 months and a day, we would completely refund you everything that you paid, and we would pay for your life insurance for the duration of your disability. The next benefit is what's called the child rider. The company asks you to pay for the first child. Every child thereafter is free. All right, we had one lady, she had 18 grandchildren. She paid $6. She paid $6, and that covered all of the grandchildren. Also, with this benefit, God forbid something happened to you, we would not kick your kids off of the life insurance. We would actually pay for their life insurance all the way up until they were 25 years old.
Oh, nice.
The next benefit is no war exclusion. In the insurance world, no body equals no death certificate. No death certificate, the company technically doesn't have to pay out. On 9/11, we were one of the only companies that paid out 100% of our claims, and we paid the claims of another person. Also, I'm not sure if you like to travel, but if you had, well, and you do have State Farm, if you were to travel outside of the United States and you pass away outside of US soil, companies like State Farm and Allstate would not pay out that death claim. Okay, and the last one is guarantee insurability. At the end of your term, we want you to be self-insured. But let's just say you haven't saved up enough money. We would allow you to get another term product with us without having to go back through medical underwriting. That is significant, because with other companies, at the end of your term, they want you to re-medically qualify. And just think about, if you were 65, 70 years old, the chances of you passing that medical is going to be what? Slim to none. Okay. So now I put together 2 financial game plans for you. All right, that I'm going to get ready to show you. All right. So right now, Erica, you have $100,000 worth of coverage on you, nothing on your children. You're paying $100 per month. With us, proposal A, 35-year level term, which means that the price does not change. $300,000 worth of coverage on you. That means, God forbid something happened to you, we would pay out your beneficiaries $300,000. Okay, $25,000 on each of your children. The total monthly premium for the life insurance, $76.10. So already right here, we're giving you triple coverage. We're insuring your children for $24 less. And then remember, I talked to you about saving for your future. So that $25 that we're saving you, we're going to put that into a Roth IRA mutual fund account. So the total monthly plan will be $101.10, covering you, your children, and for your investment account. Proposal B, $250,000 worth of coverage on you, $25,000 on your children. The total monthly premium will be $66.69, contributing the $25 to a Roth IRA mutual fund account. The total monthly plan would be $91.69. Do one of those sound too high, too low, or just right?
Well, plan A is only $1 more than what I'm paying, and I'm getting way more. Yeah.
Absolutely. And
And
that's
I think, I'm sorry, I seen the investment down the bottom. I said, what
yes,
is
and
this?
usually I would have the 25, the 50, and the 100, but I didn't get a chance to update it. But that's the wrong number because I was doing this specific for somebody else. But anywho, yeah, so yep. And if you was to save $25 in 35 years, that would grow to about $76,000. $50 a month, it will grow to about 124,000. And what I know, Erica, saving $300 a month in 35 years, you would be a cash millionaire. So I always tell people oatmeal beats no meal. We're going to start you with the $25, but as you start making more and your debts get lower, we're going to increase those contributions so that your money can start to grow faster.
Wow.
Okay, so what we're going
Yes.
to do, Erica, we're going to put in your application that's going to allow you to be conditionally covered. After we put in your application, we're going to call State Farm and we're going to tell them to take you off of automatic billing so that you do not get billed twice. It's not going to cancel the coverage because we don't want there to be any lapse in coverage while we're still in the underwriting phase. But as soon as you get approved with us, we're going to cancel that State Farm policy. But for the time being, as soon as we're done the application, we're going to call them on a three-way and we're going to get them to switch you to they're going to take you off of automatic billing so that they do not continue to draft your bank account. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So could you get your driver's license out for me?
Yes, I can.
All right. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Coach E.
Thank you.
Yes, that was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. That was great.
Training.
Come on, technician.
All right.
Amazing,
So
amazing.
we started this at, let me see. We started at about 6:50. So that was only 37 minutes. So we started at 6:50. So that was 37 minutes presentation. I did a recruit and hit, and I gave her the financial game plan. That's it. And that was with the recruiting hit. Okay, 37 minutes. It's in and out. Tell the people what they need. You direct them to where they need to be. Any questions, comments?
She a beast.
Thanks, Coach E.
Can I ask a question? So for I saw your diagram. That was through Excel, right?
No, it's not through. I mean, I can send it to you. I use mine through Preview. You can either do Preview or Acrobat. What I do is I always have it filled in. So this way, when I'm sitting with somebody, I don't gotta worry about putting in all new numbers. I just got to erase what's there and put in the numbers because you're not going to be able to do it like I do it in the beginning. Like I was literally writing it in as I was getting in the quotes. Don't worry that you might not be that savvy. Now, she couldn't see my screen when I was putting it in, but as I was getting the quick quotes and I was telling her about the benefits, I was over here typing it in, and you'll build your way up to that. But I use, and I'll share it again. I feel, is this oh no, this is actually Acrobat. Okay, so but I usually use Preview, or you can use Acrobat, but I always leave this here. And then the next time I'm sitting with somebody, if they don't have life insurance, I just delete this column. If I'm not showing them 300, I just change it to 250. And I always use this as my template. The only thing that's different, I always have, you're not securities licensed, so it doesn't pertain to you necessarily, but down the bottom, I always show them what it would be like saving $25 for $25 a month for 35 years, $100 a month, and then $300 a month. This was just different because this was specific to somebody, but I always have that down the bottom as well. So I'll put it in the Telegram. And now I can't provide no tutoring on how to actually make it work for your computer, but I have a Mac and I open it with Acrobat or Preview. On Preview, you just select the text box up the top, and you're going to have to make new, possibly new text boxes if this doesn't transport how it needs to.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Any other questions?
I just have a comment. I liked how you gave the 6 benefits. A lot of you, that was a quick training on the 6 benefits. So I hope you took some notes on that. A lot of, us do or some don't go over the 6 benefits, and you could just hit it and quit it. You definitely want to show the value of, why Primerica's term, out of amongst other reasons why it is super valuable. So that was great. And even the game plan sheet that she showed. Listen, and you can do that. Her presentation, that was for her individual appointments. But you can do it on individual appointments, and you can do it in a breakout room. You can pull up the game plan sheet. So you can use it, either way. Of course, the EH presentation is tied to the presentation we do there, but your personal presentation, listen, rock and roll. If you want to learn the personal the presentation Coach Apris has, and the other one, go ahead, rock it and roll it. Okay, if you don't know the EH presentation first, I would say start there. But you can tie that game plan sheet in. That just gives them a visual, y'all. And anytime you can give, right, Miss Darlene, a client a visual, that just adds more substance and more value. Go ahead, Coach Apris, to what you're
And
doing.
that's what we were talking about in the office last week. Like people, I think we all have the same cultural ethnicity on here. Like most people just want paper. We love paper. Anytime you hear somebody say, oh, well, can you send me something? Is because you didn't show them something. So all appointments, I am showing them the financial game plan, empowerment hour, individual appointment. It doesn't matter, because you're not going to tell me at the end, can I send you something? I can't, because I showed it to you. Most people want to be able to have something tangible, and it also increases your credibility when you actually can give them a structured visual something to look at, instead of they don't know where you got the numbers from, and they still not gonna know where you got the numbers from, but it just gives that visible credibility to say, I said I was a financial expert, and now I'm putting together a financial plan. It ties it all in. And that's why, again, I would encourage everybody to go get securities license. And I'm gonna keep on talking about it. Y'all know I host the LFIC calls every other Tuesday, and I was on there yesterday, and Coach Candace was on there yesterday too. And Bonnie Jardy was on there, and guess what, y'all? She's a $400,000 earner, but $350,000 of that comes from residual income. I said, Coach Candace, I said, it was April the 9th. I said, where you think she is on the scoreboard? Coach Candace said, well, like 10 by 10. I said, no. I said, she is at 0 by 1,000. 0 by 1,000. But like I told Coach C, and what she spoke about, you have to build to that, whether you're building to investments or building for life insurance or building to have residual income through people. It all starts with recruiting. And it all starts with getting in front of people and finding creative ways to get in front of people. And this is what I talked to you about 2 weeks ago. It's not that y'all don't know nobody. Y'all just not confident enough to know what to do when you get in front of the person. So my suggestion is go learn the presentation. You can learn the boo-boo cluck cluck presentation, but as long as you feel comfortable giving the boo-boo cluck cluck presentation, you're going to be okay. People want to just know that you know what you're talking about. So again, go learn the presentation, use the financial game plan sheet so that you can have something visual to show them. If you're not life licensed, go get life license. Okay. If your life license is no reason that you should be life licensed and don't know the presentation at least 80% efficiency. No way. And I would encourage people, don't just rely on the empowerment hour. Don't just rely on empowerment hour, especially if you have somebody qualified. If you have somebody, just like I did with Coach Erica, she's a super qualified person. She's successful. She has children. She has income. She's qualified. But now I was able to talk about the products and the services and the recruitment. Okay, Wendy?
I'm sorry. That was a great training, Coach. Thank you. But y'all had answered the question that I had, and it was about should it be a personal presentation or EH breakout room? But y'all had answered it.
Yeah, and especially I'm gonna be honest, I believe that your super qualified people need to be on a one-on-one. If you have a super qualified person, because a super qualified person, they need to be on a one-on-one, period. They need to be on a one-on-one. Go learn a presentation. Anybody else?
Chambers, can you tell them why they need to be on a one-on-one? And I know you incorporate, in order to do the full job, and that falls back to people getting licensed. But can you tell them why they need to put the super qualified people on one-on-one?
So I think it's for many reasons. Like with the super qualified person, sometimes they can get lost in translation on the empowerment hour. And if I got a super qualified person, I need to be able to direct the momentum of the appointment. Like somebody like Coach Erica, she do hair. If she was on an EH, she might have turned that camera off and start curling some hair. I don't need you curling no hair with me. And you in a super qualified market. No, you will not turn the camera off. And then we get in the breakout room. You say you're not interested. It's not that you're not interested. You didn't hear nothing that I said. So it's important. And then as far as doing the whole job, because when you can speak, when you have somebody that's qualified, more than likely they probably have life insurance, but it's the wrong type of life insurance. They might have a retirement account, but it's the wrong type of retirement account. So if I can get them on a one-on-one, I can speak to all of the things. And for me, it allows, in my opinion, it just allows me to direct the conversation from the beginning. Like you see, if y'all notice, some of the stuff I brought up at the end of the presentation was because stuff that I learned about her in the beginning of the presentation. She says she don't always want to be on her feet, so I use that to my advantage during the recruiting hit. And it's just going to allow you to be able to have better flow, over the appointment. But yeah, the people who aren't super qualified, or that they really don't have no job, so they really can't even afford the life insurance, so they gotta come, on the team. Of course, get them there, and then you can always. And again, and the thing about Primerica is no necessarily right or wrong answer, because you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. But again, if you want to do the full job, and the full job is recruiting, the full job is life insurance, and the full job is investments. If you want to be able to hit all three, even if you're not investment licensed yet, you could still hit all three. Because a line that I use as well is I say, listen, let's just say I show her the three options with the investment, and I could kind of tell she needs the insurance, she wants the insurance, she's going to get the insurance, but she's on a budget. I'll say, listen, Erica, what we're going to do is we're going to put the life insurance in place, and then I'm going to come back to you in 6 months for an investment appointment, and we'll set the investment up. So you can still talk about what needs to be talked about and let the person know, hey, listen, we're going to put this in, and then I'm going to have one of my investment specialists give you a call in the next month, the next 2 months, the next 3 months. But it still allows you to package it together as a real financial expert. Okay, any other questions or takeaways? Everybody, go ahead, Jonathan.
Hey, my question is, well, what if we have a group of people, could we do this in front of a group of people?
Absolutely. Yep. You're licensed. And if you know the presentation, you absolutely can do it in front of a group of people, or if you go in person. And that's another thing. You bring up a great point, whether it's on Zoom or it's in person. If you know how to do the presentation, you could definitely do it in front of a group of people. And they called it in Primerica, like financial seminars or whatever, like where you could do now. In order to do a true financial seminar in a community, you have to have somebody with you who has a 26. But if you're just talking about our regular presentation, you could do that in front of a group of people. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? All right, so I just want to give y'all like 3 little quick scripts. Okay, somebody be prepared to write it for the chat or write it in your notes. Okay, is what I said to Coach Erica in the beginning. All right, I know you're already successful. That beats that you overcome that objection from the door. I know you're already successful, but I'm looking to partner with people like yourself. People who are busy, but I know you could use more money. I know you're already successful, and I'm looking to partner with people like yourself. You're already busy, but I know you could use more money. And then I gave y'all these scripts a long time ago, and we touched on them a couple weeks ago, but somebody put up a great post on Facebook. They talked about how social media is great, but guess what? They talked about how, and y'all remember that script I gave y'all about, can I give y'all my business card? Okay, somebody literally just put up a post yesterday. As great as social media prospecting is, Jeff Mallard came from a business card. Mika Saunders came from a business card. Matt Lewis came from a business card. Cam Cooper came from a business card. So when you're out and about, okay, when you're out and about, you hand them, and also Art Martinez. Art Martinez came from a business card. So what does that look like? Hi, you mind if you mind, and again, y'all have had these scripts from before. Do you mind if I give you my business card? They're going to say, oh, no, sure. What do you do? I specialize in life insurance and investments. Who do you have life insurance and investments with outside of your job? Most people are going to say nobody. Okay, well, listen, what is your name and number? You know I'm going to call you, right? I want to connect with you in the next 24 to 48 hours so that I can show you what I do to help protect you and your family. Also, I want to pass your information off to our hiring manager. We're looking for people who want to make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 per month with 6-figure earning potential. Do you keep your options open when it comes to making extra income? So whatever rendition of that, if it's you see somebody out with a mom with kids, you might they run around, you might just stick to the first part. You see somebody on a lonesome, same thing. Hey, do you mind if you look like a sharp individual? Do you mind if I give you my business card? Okay, listen, I'm expanding in the area and I'm looking for some sharp people who want to make an extra $1,000 to $3,000 a month with 6-figure earner potential. Do you keep your options open when it comes to making extra income? Okay, great. What is your name and number? I'm gonna give you a call in the next 24 hours so that we can set up a virtual a virtual phone screening so that we can see if there's some mutual interest. And most times you're not even gonna hand them the business card because you're getting their contact information, but it's just a leeway in the door. Hey, do you mind if I give you my business card? Again, if you just want to know that, hey, do you mind if I give you my business card? You look sharp. I'm currently expanding in the area, looking for people who want to make an extra $1,000 to $3,000 a month with 6-figure earning potential. Do you keep your options open when it comes to making extra income? Great. What is your name and number? I'm going to give you a call within the next 24 hours so we could do a phone screening to make sure that there's mutual interest. Any questions? All right, guys, I hope y'all got something from that. So let's rev up some activity. Y'all already know that we're in the second quarter of the month. All right, the second quarter of the month, but it's only the 10th. So we still got month left. We got 25 minutes into the empowerment hour. Go get some people in the empowerment hour, but I also challenge you in the next 25 minutes, get your schedule lined up for tomorrow. We all know somebody. And yes, we all might be in the house for the rest of the night. So use what you have until you can do what you want. Go get on social media and go send 10 people that DM. I know you're already successful, but I'm looking to partner with people just like yourself. I know you're busy, but I know you could use more money. 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, get your schedule ready for the next 7 days. If you really want to get explosive in this business is a numbers business. So I'm about to put y'all all up on some game. If you want to be successful in this business, you got to have at least 25 appointments booked over the next 7 days. 25 appointments booked over the next 7 days. If you want to start running a 50 by 50 base shop under regional vice president, you got to be field training double-digit people. You have to be field training double-digit people. If you're field training at least 15 people, I promise you, you're going to run a 50 by 50 base shop under regional vice president. You're going to be $100,000 earning regional leader. You're going to have 3 to 5 double-digit legs under you. It's no questions asked. If anybody wants to take me up on this challenge, if you want to take me up on this challenge, go do a 90-day Madman cycle that's going to produce these results. 90-day Madman cycle. And again, if somebody on here, they're going to go make 2 appointments for tomorrow and then quit and say, well, I didn't get my 25 for 7 days, so I'm going to go throw in the towel. It's a muscle. You got to build up to that. You don't just get that tomorrow. You want to know how you build to that? By you going to go get 3 to 5 direct recruits, showing those people how to get 3 to 5 direct recruits. And then you're going to build upon that. But again, write it down. Your business is not moving because you're not field training double-digit people. Your business is not moving because you don't have 25 appointments set in the next 7 days. This business is about fundamentals and being duplicatable. This is the system. For a lot of us, we just been doing this fly by night. But if you really want to get good, follow the system. 25 appointments, 7 days, double-digit field training people, and you will see your business explode. Somebody's like, well, how am I going to do that? Talking to people. How am I going to do that? Giving your business card to people. How are you going to do that? Opening your mouth. How are you going to do that? Getting uncomfortable. And that's when you're going to see your business explode, because we have the pacifier in our mouths. We have the pacifier in our mouths and we're coddled. But it's time for us to bring out the dog, bring out the beast, because there's too many of us on here. Even if 55 people went out and did 1 by 1, 2 by 2, that's an explosion right there. But we're coddled and we're waiting for it to come to us. Do not wait for a catastrophe to happen in your life and now you're responding. Get in front of it. You don't prepare for the hurricane when you see the hurricane. You prepare for it when they say that they see it coming. So don't go wait for it. Go talk to people. We love the people that's here, but it's time for all of us to go get new people. Go get new babies. We're not looking for the people that need us. We looking for the people that want us because they already got something going on. They already want what it needs to be successful, and they're just waiting for an opportunity to turn up what they already got. We don't want the needy no more. The needy, we don't want the needy. The needy need too much. They need too much time. They need too much pacifying. They need too much hand-holding. We're looking for the people that's looking for us, that's already successful in their own right, and they just need a vehicle that's going to help them propel to the next level.
You better come on.
So let's go talk to people. Let's get out their own way. And it's not an official challenge, but it's a challenge. And if you y'all already know my personality, so don't text me if you on nonsense. But if you really want to take it to the next level, text me. Hey, coach, I'm in, and we're gonna build it up. 25 appointments, 7 days, field training, double-digit recruiting. So let's go turn up. Let's go get some people in the empowerment hour, and let's start putting in a work so that we can get our 25 appointments over the next 7 days, because nobody is better. They just outworking us. They outgrinding us, and they're not taking their feet off the pedal. See y'all at 8 o'clock, empowerment hour. Text me if you are in.
Man, that was
Good work.
fire. Her number, I'm giving her number out because she said text her. Coach C is gonna put it in the chat. 215-740-0932. I'm telling you right now, she's not about no nonsense. Don't call her with the nonsense. Don't text her with the nonsense. Don't tell her your pinky hurt, your big toe hurt, your nose snotting. Don't tell her none of that. All she wants to know is if you are in. That's it. Man, that training right there, we recording. That training right there was the real cotton picking deal. If you want to take your business to the next level, she just gave you the technician. See, some of y'all don't know why we call it a technician. She just displayed why she's called the technician. That training right there was straight fire. Okay, not only did she go through the presentation, she pulled up the financial game plan. She talked to you about buying term and investing the difference, what our business is built on. She talked to you, she challenged you. One, y'all heard it, get your securities license. She challenged you to do the full business. Then she challenged you to a 90-day madman cycle. I gave her number out. If you're in, text her you're in. She said 25 appointments in 7 days. I'm going to text her too, right? And she I don't know what she's going to say to me, but I'm going to text her too. And I'm going to say I'm in. Because I'm in, you're not going to leave me behind, right? And then listen, when she said we opened an office in the area, I couldn't get my phone out. The text Coach Scotty and said, listen, you need to be out and about prospecting tomorrow. Hit the streets. We got our office right here. RVP, spent 30 minutes out and about. We got our office right 2 minutes away. Come on down in the office. Come on in the office. Come on in the office. Point them all here, y'all. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. That was straight fire. Listen, that who texting you, Coach Apris? Anybody texting you yet? I just want to know.
Yup.
Okay, they texting. All right. I'm telling you, don't call about the cat and the fish. Don't do that. Y'all don't know what you're gonna get if you start talking about the fish and the cat. Okay. All right, y'all. That was phenomenal training. Shout out, Coach Apris. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you, Coach.
Phenomenal training. All right, y'all, let's get to work. 8 o'clock empowerment hour. Let's get it. Thank you so much. That was great. Fire.
Thank you, Coach.